Good morning. My name's Anthony Suggs, and I serve as Missioner for Advocacy and Social Justice on the bishop staff for the Episcopal Church in Colorado. And we're talking with Darren Armstrong this morning, who is a lay leader in the diocese. He has served in many capacities, but currently serves as the chair of the Diocesan Racial Justice Task Force and is a parishioner at Holy Redeemer Church in Denver. So Darren, I'd just love to hear about who you are and why this work of racial justice matters to you.
Well, thanks for this invitation, Anthony. I guess it's important to first start off with just, I am serving as the chair of the Race Task Force here in Colorado. I'm doing this work because I think that it's important that we begin to disassemble the structural and social racism that exists. And we can't do that without being aware of what's going on around us. And so as we look at the COVID-19 crisis, pandemic, we really need to be aware of how that is disproportionately affecting the lives of people of color on both an economic and social scale. We talk about this goal of getting back to normal, but we need to understand that normal was never very effective for people of color or fair. We look at the higher mortality rates that are going on through this crisis. We're also looking at what it looks like to the healthcare system. Both the ability to attain effective medical care and also the numbers of people that are employed in it, in what we would call the more hands-on sections, and how that affects us as people of color. So I think that there are any number of ways that we as Episcopalians here in Colorado can hopefully continue some dialogue and stay away from the mindset that, if we could just get back to our normal, everything will be fine. Well, in our old normal, everything wasn't fine. And so I think we need to keep that top of mind before we do anything else. The other thing that we need to do is, as a diocese, we need to come together to continue to give space for this type of dialogue, to continue to do the work that breaks down the structural racism that we have witnessed, both in terms of people's attitudes and also their acts. As we're recording this, I am mourning the death of brothers who, for no reason, have been killed. And we had the case in New York where the young lady called the police to escalate a situation with a Black gentleman who was doing nothing more than keeping his own business. So I think that we as a diocese, we as individuals need to be aware that this old normal doesn't work. We need to commit ourselves to encouraging the work that needs to happen to promote change, to promote a breakdown of old systems.
Well, thank you, Darren. We really appreciate your time this morning and your encouragement that there are opportunities for people in our diocese and in our world to engage. And if you're watching this video and you'd like to explore these opportunities to look at change within yourself and within your community and in the world, please visit the COVID-19 Realities page that explores these intersections with racial justice that Darren talked about this morning and our opportunities to engage with them. Thank you, Darren.
Thank you, Anthony.